I built this temporary wall in the shop to explain how to hang a door using the Soss hinge system. Most Soss applications are for 3 or 4 hinges depending on the width, weight, and height of the door. I'm hanging a door that measures 32 by 80 inches and is 1 3/4 inches thick. I'll be using the 218 hinge and the 3 hinge application. To install the hinge, I'm using the 218 router guide, which I'm assembling right now, a straight bit in the router, a lock nut and bushing for the base of your router, and you can get all of that from Soss. To assemble the router guide, refer to the detailed instructions provided with the jig. It's helpful to take a minute and secure the door in position. Now I'll place the jig on the door with the location pins tight against the door front. Turn the spacer tab 90 degrees and pull the jig until the spacer tab hits the top of the door. And next I'll tack the jig in place. I'm removing the guide pins, and next I'll set the depth of the router to create the shallow mortise. The depth of the shallow mortise is the critical measurement, more so than the deep mortise. To find the depth of the shallow mortise, refer to the template that comes with the hinge. For the 218, the depth of the shallow mortise is 13/32. Now that I've finished with the shallow mortises on the door, I removed the finishing nails holding the jig in place. I'll take the jig and place it against the jamb with the location pins tight against the jamb and the spacer tab tight against the header. Before I attach the jig to the jamb, I wanted to mention it's really important to attach the jamb and the buck stud with your fasteners in the center instead of staggering them from left to right. That way you'll avoid hitting them with the router bit. Notice as I remove the jig from the door, I'll rotate it so the writing or the stickers on the jig will be against the jamb when I tack it in place. Now I'm ready to route the shallow mortise in the jamb. With all the shallow mortises cut, next I'll replace the guide pins, reset the depth of the router, and then cut all the deep mortises. With all the deep mortises cut into the jamb, I'll remove the jig and place it back on the door. Again, I'll place the jig on the door in the same position as when I cut the shallow mortise. And now I'm ready to cut the deep mortise in the door. Here I'm using a self-centering drill bit to pre-drill holes for the screws. All right, well that went really smooth and the door is hanging perfect. It's just like anything, take your time and you'll have no problem. I hope that you found this instructional video on how to hang a door using the Soss Original Invisible Hinge helpful. Thanks for tuning in and I'll see you next time.